Hey guys, what's going on? It's xdeadlysmoorex here, and welcome back to part 9 of our One Piece Pirate Warriors 4 Let's Play. In the last episode, we finished off the Enies Lobby arc by after we got our new ship from Frankie, the Thousand Sunny, and Usopp returned to the crew after begging to come back. And now we are going to start the next arc, being the Summit War arc. So this is like the Sabaody arc slash the Marineford stuff. Oh boy, this arc very emotional. Well, more so the shit that happens in Marineford is more emotional than the stuff that happens in Sabaody. Well, Sabaody provokes different emotions to what Marineford does, but Sabaody Archipelago now trembles because of an incident which Luffy caused. The supernovas all have their own ulterior motives. Yes, because Luffy does exactly what anyone would do in this situation, or any of us would do. After leaving Water 7, the crew gets lost in the creepy waters of the Florian Triangle. There the crew meets the skeleton Brook, who has eaten the revived fruit. I think it's the Yomi Nomi, that's it. I'm Dead Bones Brook, pleased to meet you. Together with Brook, who wants to regain the shadow that was stolen by Gecko Moria, a member of the Seven Warlords of the Sea. The crew ride onto Moria's island, Thriller Bark. The crew manages to defeat Moria after a fierce battle, but Bartholomew Kuma, another member of the Seven Warlords of the Sea, appears. Following orders from the government, Kuma takes aim at Luffy and sets forth a barrage of devastating attacks that almost destroy the crew, but thanks to Zoro's desperate negotiations, they escape the treacherous situation. Huh? You're still alive? Where is he? What happened here? Nothing. That scene was so good. After welcoming Brook as a member of the crew, they arrive at a halfway point of the Grand Line, known as the Red Line. As the crew head to the Sabaody Archipelago to prepare to enter the New World, they are reunited with the fishman Hachan, who they first fought in the East Blue. Hachan was a part of the Arlong Pirates. The crew reconciled with Hachan and land on the Sabaody Archipelago with his guidance. But when they arrived, they were repeatedly attacked by members of the Celestial Dragons. I'll talk more about these bastards later in the episode. The Celestial Dragons are descendants of the creators of the world government, and harming them could result in the immediate dispatch of the Navy. In the midst of the uproar, Hachan is shocked. Seeing what happened, Luffy is enraged and sends one of the Celestial Dragons flying. News of the incident reaches the Navy, and the crew is completely surrounded. Amidst a desperate situation, a mysterious man appears. That straw hat looks good on a guy like you. I've been hoping to meet you, Monkey D. Luffy. So, are we going to be Law, or are we going to be Kid? We are going to be... Yeah, we're going to be Law. I've got Trafalgar D. or Waterlaw, I should say. That's his full name. But, the Celestial Dragons. Well, Tenryubito, World Nobles, whatever you want to call them. I prefer to call them. I apologise for all who don't like this word, but I prefer to call them cunts, because that's what they are. Cunts. Colossal cunts. That's what they are. Yeah, basically, the Tenryubito, descendants of the 20 families that formed the world government. Again, I'll talk more when we actually get into the gameplay. Meanwhile, rookie pirates with huge bounty on their heads, known as supernovas or the worst generation, were gathering in the Sabaody Archipelago. This is bad! Apparently Straw Hat Luffy has taken down a Celestial Dragon. Have we prepared the ship? Head of the fire tank pirates, Capone Gang, Beige. Yeah, so this is Beige. Beige's basically a mob boss. Well, he is a mob boss, because on his home island, if I remember rightly, it was like basically a bunch of like mafia families, and then Beige basically took them all over, and then he became a pirate to sail the seas and spread his empire. So yeah, Beiji's kind of cool, especially his fruit, which is the castle fruit, which basically allows him to store basically a bunch of his or majority of his crew inside himself, because his body is essentially like a castle, and he's got like cannons and stuff. He's got like drawbridges he can like send his men out in and stuff like that. And then he's got his ultimate attack, Big Father, where he basically turns into this giant humanoid castle. It's really cool. It was prepared yesterday. I'm heading over to the ship now. We can't have an admiral going out there. Just ready the ship for the departure. Captain the Drake Pirates, Red Flag, X Drake, or Diaz Drake. His actual name is Diaz Drake. But he's X Drake because it's a lot cooler to say X Drake than Diaz Drake. Diaz is technically, or Diaz is 10 in Spanish anyway. No, Diaz is 10 anyway, but I think. Whatever, don't quote me on that. But X Drake is cool. He looks really cool as well. He's a former member of like SWORD, which is like this secret organization in Marines, so it's kind of unclear if he actually defected properly from the Marines or if he's working undercover or whatever. But X Drake has, I believe, the first ancient zone we see, I think. If not, he's definitely got one of the coolest. It might actually be the coolest, to be honest. He has the Ryurionomi model Allosaurus, or the Dragon Fruit model Allosaurus. And you guys are probably wondering, why is it called why is a dinosaur fruit called a Dragon Fruit? I believe it's because they don't actually. I think it's because the Japanese don't essentially. I don't think the Japanese technically have a word for dinosaur, so they just put it under dragon. But yeah, X Drake can turn into a fucking dinosaur, which is so cool. Yes, sir. Right away. Right. Who shall we have? Captain Hawkins. Captain of the Hawkins Pirates. Magician. Basil Hawkins. Calm down. Today is not the day I die. Hawkins, I don't know much about Hawkins. I mean, I think it's a devil fruit that he's eaten. I'm not sure. Or it might just be he has magic powers. Who knows? He's all right. He whatever he does is determined on like the tarot cards or the cards he wields. So either if the cards say he's going to fight with you, he'll fight with you, or if the cards say he has to fight against you, he fights against you. Everything he does is determined by his cards. Did you say you just punched a celestial dragon? Seriously? I heard it was pretty nuts, but that's Straw Hat Luffy. Captain the Kid Pirates, Eustace Captain Kid. Kid is mental. That's the best way to describe it. This loose cannon actually is the best word to describe Kid. He had when the Sabaody arc begins, or when all this stuff's going on, Kid actually has the highest bounty out of all of the supernovas, more than Luffy's. I think Kid's at this point was 320 million, whereas Luffy's is 300 million. But yeah, he also Kid has a devil fruit where he's got magnetism basically, and yeah, it's like a bit of a loose cannon. He's alright. He's pretty cool though. I like his goggles, and his outfit's pretty cool. I'm not in the mood to tangle with an admiral right now, but I might say a little hello. Looks like I overlooked something quite amusing. Heart Pirates Captain, Surgeon of Death, Trafalgar Law. Law, out of the supernovas, probably with a lot of people as well, Law is my favourite. He's got really cool like devil fruit, it being the Api no Mi, or I think it's the Operation fruit or something like that. It's it's to do with surgery basically, and it works really well with Law because he's a surgeon. His father was a doctor, and he learned about all the stuff about being a surgeon and a doctor from his dad. So it works really well with him. Law is very he's the polar opposite of Luffy, in the sense that Law is very calm, composed. He doesn't really get angry all that much, and he always has a plan. Whereas Luffy's wild, unruly. He does whatever he does what he wants, has no plan, and all that stuff. Straw Hat, eh? Let's go see what he looks like. Also, his sword is cursed. It's not a katetsu like Zoro has, but his sword is cursed. Characters. Yep, we are locked. Anyway. I remember on my offline one I did this with, I think it was Kid. Interestingly, you need the Kabuto slingshot for that one. Okay, fair enough. Whatever. Again, obviously, we have to do this stuff. Do. This is how it works. Bang. Now we are broke. Anyway, what should I get rid of? I'll do that. Might as well. Skill set, we have to have Herculean strength. Always, Herculean strength is a must. Doesn't matter what character it is, Herculean strength, and the Navy is moving faster than I expected. Hey Drake. Law. Wanna lend me a hand? Surgeon of Death, Trafalgar Law. Don't worry about me. He looks so cool. We just had to take a break though. He's so cool. Man, what an unfriendly guy. Death. What a pain. No, we can't just leave him alone. Capone gang busy. I don't see the shadow of death for us. I don't know a lot about Hawkins, but still. Demon face. Out of the supernovas, he's the least interesting to me. Your power gives me the magician Basil Hawkins. Men, are you ready to fight? Yes, sir. They've already lost. The difference in military power is too great. Let's go! Yeah, so, anyway, back onto the Celestial Dragons. Oh, they are scum. Because, as I say, they are descendants of the 20 families that created the world government. And the government rewards these descendants by letting them do whatever the fuck they want. With no repercussions. I'm not kidding. So, an example is they are allowed to... You could be walking down the street, right? Or like you and your friend could be walking down the street. And Celestial Dragon just happens to like be... They wouldn't be walking, they'd be riding on the back of a slave because they're allowed to own them. And the government don't do anything about it. As I say, they're allowed to do whatever they fucking want. But yeah, so you don't you don't get in their way, you don't disturb them or nothing. That Celestial Dragon could cap your friend, like shoot him, kill him, and there'd be no repercussions. And if you fight back, you're the one in trouble. You're the one that gets arrested. The Navy comes and attacks you, not the Celestial Dragon. And doesn't matter how much you say, well, he attacked and killed my friend. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. They can do that. The Celestial Dragon's allowed to do whatever they want, which mostly revolves around slavery and stuff like that, which, as you know, is not acceptable in any society. Yeah, they're massive scum. They are, and on Sabaody they run the human auction house, which, as the name implies, basically it's basically a slave trade auction. Is what it is. There's not much else to say on that. It's a slave trade. It's an auction for slaves. It's what it is, and they go to the highest bidder. They always find like different ones, but it's not human slaves that they normally get. It's like mermen, fishmen, mermaids, that kind of stuff. Those people are the ones that normally get sold into slavery, and it's just the celestial dragons. The world government is corrupt as fuck. Like everyone knows this, but man, are they just... Oh, the celestial dragons are like the worst. And the thing is, like, you could understand, like, maybe the families that made up the world government. Okay, you could understand the world government being like thankful they have like a little bit more privilege than like the other families would, right? That would make sense because you started a government, you wanted to get at least a little bit of like leeway here and there, but all the people did was be born in a family. Like the celestial dragons now don't do anything for the world government. They just sit on their asses in their golden palaces and their golden thrones, taking a shit on their golden toilets, that kind of stuff, because it's all gold, you see. And they were just born into the family. That's the only way. That's the only reason they get what they get away with it, because they were born into one of the families that created the world government. And it's it's annoying, but you can understand why people don't like them, like in the fandom and in the world. And not only was it satisfying to watch Luffy punch Charlos, who's the one who was the one who shot Hachi. It was so good because Charlos was going around doing what he wanted. So, for an example, what Charlos did, he not only did he shoot Hachi, but he when you first meet him, Zoro almost kills him. Like Zoro attempts to like kill him, like straight up, because no one on the crew like told them about, because no one on the so yeah, Zoro almost kills Charlos in like when he steps on the island, which is hilarious. That whole scene is hilarious because Zoro's just Zoro being Zoro. He's lost the crew and he's looking around, and everyone's like bowing to Charlos because they don't want to be killed. And Zoro's got a bottle of sake in his hand, and everyone's just staring at him. And Zoro turns to Charlos, who's like got this shock of disbelief because his whole life Charlos has been like led to believe that no matter like you walk in the street, everyone's gonna bow to you, and they'll do whatever you say, kind of thing. And Zoro like looks at him, is like, "Huh? You want directions or something?" And immediately Charlos pulls out his gun, tries to shoot him. He misses, and Zoro like clutches like the handle of one of his katanas with like this sadistic, like almost satisfying grin on his face as he's about to cut him down, but Jewelry Bonnie stops him, who's another one of the Supernovas. The ones we don't see are Arouge and Jewelry Bonnie, if I remember. There's 11, but the other two, Zoro's a supernova as well, and so's Kid's first mate, Killer, who's going to be in DLC, I believe. So's Drake, because X-Drake you can't fight as him, which sucks, but Drake's DLC and that's fine. You know, if you guys watched my yesterday's Fairy Tail Let's Play, actually to be fair, Konami's or Omega Force or WB Omega Force, the people that made this one, made these games, their DLC is actually reasonably priced, so I won't go on a massive rant there. Though I will say, I feel like if you're gonna like make, because out of the supernovas that are in this game, Drake's the only one that's not playable. Because Hawkins is, Beige is, Laura is, so's Kid. Yeah, Drake's the only one in the base game that's not available. But, no, that's fine. But at least he's going to be sold in like a DLC pack with. Who's the other one? Oh, Killer. I don't think we know who the next one is. They might already be out. I don't know. because the ones out that I know of, the first character pack is it's like part of the Charlotte family, like Big Mom's crew. So it's Cracker, it's Charlotte Cracker, Charlotte Judge, and not Charlotte Judge. The fuck am I saying? Judge is a member of the head of the Vince Knight family. I don't know why I said Charlotte Judge. Don't like crucify me for that. That was a slip of the tongue. I didn't mean that. I know who Judge is. And the other one is Charlotte Smoothie, who's the. If you discount Big Mom, if we're not talking captains, Charlotte Smoothie has the highest female bounty in the series, that being 930 million. I think collectively Big Mom's crew might have like the highest bounty overall, just because her crew's massive. Because, what is it? You've got Charlotte Smoothie, whose bounty is near like $1 billion. Katakuri's whose is $1 billion. Katakuri's is 1,057 million. Cracker's is almost $1 billion as well, at 800 something million. So yeah, and then there's a bunch of others that have got some high bounties as well. So Big Mom might have like the highest bounty, like total bounty of her crew. Then again, Kaido might be as well, because Kaido's is like 4 billion something, and then like Jack, King, and Queen are all like $1 billion plus. So Kaido's might be the highest like overall, along with like the Toby Ropo and stuff. Well, that was easy. I don't think I got S rank on this, guys. I'm sorry. I do apologise, but I tried. This is what I tried. But yeah, Celestial Dragons suck. Massively. And that's the whole point of Dragon's plan. Like, Monkey D. Dragon, Luffy's dad. His whole plan... Oh, I did. Nice. His whole plan is to like... He doesn't want to topple the world government because he sees that the world government themselves are useful. Well, they are. They keep like the balance. They keep people safe, and he gets that. The thing he doesn't like, the thing he wants to get rid of, is the Celestial Dragon system. He wants to just abolish the Tenryubito, like get rid of all of them, and then that's his major goal. That's the Revolutionary Army's major goal, I believe. Nice. Well, I might have enough time. Yeah, we got Law, we got Kid as well. We might have enough time to do another one. Hopefully we can. Break through the siege. Sabaody archipelago in uproar. The Straw Hat Pirates have been besieged by the Navy. They join forces with the Supernovas, who find themselves in the same predicament to find a way off the island. We've been Luffy quite a lot. We were practically Luffy the entire last arc. You know what? Sanji. We're going to be Sanji. And also, the Sabaody arc is also the, basically the start of the time skip, because, spoiler alert, Kuma comes along and slaps the Straw Hats off to different islands to train. Because that's his paw free, which is kind of broken if you ask me. Because not only can you just transfer pain from one person to another, you can, like, send people off into, like, to different islands, like, across the world. You can send them anywhere. What? On the King of the Pirates ship? That's right, I'm the first mate, Silver's Rayleigh. Good to meet you. Ex-Roger Pirate's first mate, the Dark King, Silver's Rayleigh. But doesn't that mean that Gold Roger was put to death? Mean that the whole crew was captured by the Navy? He wasn't captured. Roger caught an incurable disease, and after he conquered the Grand Line on his final journey, gave himself up. Then, at the place he was to be executed, he left these final words to usher in the Great Pirate Era. He transformed a small fire of life into a burning inferno. Our fearless captain certainly had one hell of a life. So it's like Roger designed the Great Pirate era, isn't it? I don't have the answer to that. Roger died. The only ones who can continue the current generation are those living in it. Oh man, there's something I want to ask you. Is the One Piece really on that last island? Usopp, we're not asking about where the treasure is. I don't even want to know if there really is a treasure. If the old man can tell me about it, I'll quit being a pirate. I don't want a boring adventure. Are you able to do it? The journey from here is going to be harder than you imagine. The enemies will be strong. You're going to be able to control the siege, the strong ocean that lies ahead. I'm not planning to control it. The King of the Pirates is further than anyone else on the ocean. I see. Because Luffy's not the only one that wants to be King of the Pirates. Looks like we managed to break through the siege, but it seems that Navy reinforcements are already here. Damn it. We've got no time to send out a recon team. Looks like some bones are going to be broken in this escape. Looks like that Psycho's here. So you're Straw Hat. So you got the Navy hot on your tail. Who are you two? Luffy. Can't be complete idiots if they manage to get through the Navy's barrage. I thought I'd made a big shot in a place like this. The Dark King, Silver Israeli. Is you alright? What's a man like you doing in a place like this? On the island, I'm just known as Ray. I'm an old dog now. I just want a peaceful life. Anyway, we can chat later. We're completely surrounded by the military right now. Surrender now, criminals. The Admiral will be here before long. I don't know what he'll do to you rookies. Oh yeah. Honestly, as much as destruction as he caused, they kind of got lucky that it was Kizaru that met them and not... Could you imagine what happened if what would have happened if Akainu was the one that responded to the call, not Kizaru? Oh my god, just think of that. Everyone on that island got lucky. Like all the Straw Hats, Kid, Law, like all of the rookies got lucky that it was Kizaru that met them, and it wasn't Akainu or Akainu. Because if it was Akainu, they'd all be dead. You guys can step back now. No, you two need to stay back. You only get in my way. Kid's ripped, fucking hell. Don't go order me around, Eustace. Fire. Repel. Yeah. I believe Kid's all about ferromagnetism, so like, mostly like iron magnetism and stuff like that. Take this. Gum. Balloon. Boom. This is hilarious. Shambles. Watch out, the cannons won't work on them. They're all power users, devil fruit users. Yeah, so as I was saying, if Akainu or Akainu was the one that fucking met them here, every single pirate on this island would be dead. Like, no one would stand up to him. At this point in the story, Akainu would... not only he's a Logia, the Magu Magu Nomi, or the Magma fruit. Akainu's absolute justice, I think I mentioned this before, but yeah, Akainu's absolute justice. So, he sees a pirate, he kills them, or he arrests them. Most likely he'll kill them. Especially ones with like as high as bounty as all of the supernovas. Maybe not a Rouge or Jewelry Bunny, but people like Kid, Law, X-Drake, Beige, Basil Hawkins, Zoro Killer, basically all the ones with like, I'd say maybe like 100 mil plus, but then Bonnie would be in that as well. He'd kill them because he'd see them as like too much of a threat. So yeah, they got kind of lucky with Kizaru. Well, Kizaru is like, he does cause some damage, and Kizaru's very, very strong. Although he's got the power of the Glint Fruit, or the Pika Pika no Mi, which basically lets him turn his whole body into light, and he can move at essentially at light speed. Yeah. But Kizaru's unpredictable. I think that's his whole thing, like unpredictable justice. Aokichi's lazy justice. Yeah, they got lucky. But yeah, this is where the time skip, beginning of the time skip happens, and Kuma sends him off. What are we doing? Oh, said head to Sabaody Park. Okay, cool. Let's move. Whee! Let's keep moving. Run, Sanji, run! It's funny because after the time skip, Sanji changes type from speed to sky, which is funny. Then again, he does learn Skywalk, so that's probably why he changes. Diablo Jambe! Boom! Should have just slammed his foot down, but oh well. Because that's one thing, one of his moves that Sanji gets is Diablo Jambe. Spin, Sanji, spin to win. Let's go. Supposed to go to Sabaody Park. Get out of the way. Piss off. Boom. I'm at Sabaody Park, literally here. Oh, it's a pacifista, that's what that is. We're based on Kuma. Because Kuma's quite a terrifying man, or individual I should say. So yeah, that's the reason they were built for. They're robots. That's what they are. They're just robots. That's what the pacifista are. They're robots designed by Vegapunk on Kuma. And they've got like missiles, mostly laser beams to be honest. There he is, there's Kizaru, or Borsalino, that's his name. Oh, this seems hilarious. Hello, it's me, Kizaru. You can't actually talk into those, that's a, sorry guys, hang on, I'll be right back. Apologies. Sorry about that, guys. Nature called. So, as I was saying, with the old Black Dead machine, you can't actually talk into them because they are designed for wiretapping. So Kizaru's basically trying to talk into a Tenden Mushi that won't talk back, that won't contact anyone, because it's made for wiretapping, and it's not how wiretapping works. Then again, I'm not an expert on it, so, but I'm pretty sure that's not how wiretapping works. So yeah, but yeah, Kizaru's terrifying. I'd still say out of the three admirals, Aokichi, oh, what's his name? Aki Inu's or Akainu, however you want to say it. I'll probably just keep calling him Aki Inu. Is more terrifying. Just because he's all absolute justice. Marines are right, pirates are wrong, end of story. So yeah, that's probably why I'd say he's more terrifying. But I can see why people would say Kizaru's more terrifying, because he's unpredictable. Like, he could be like Aokiji and just be like lazy and all that, or he could be like Aki Inu and just mess with you. Or no, Aki Inu would like straight up kill you. Kizaru would probably just mess with you. That's more likely what he'd do. He'd either be like Aokiji and just like maybe let you go, or Kizaru just Kizaru will just fucking mess with you. He's that kind of guy. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, sorry about leaving you for like for a little bit there. As I say, nature calls, and if nature calls, you gotta go do it. You gotta go sort that. Gotta go sort that out. Oh boy. Running to Sabodi Park. God damn it, Kuma! They're not Kuma, you pacifistas. I don't know if I'm going to get S rank on this one. I said that last time I got an S rank, but this one I feel like I'm not going to get an S rank on. That Kuma's done. Don't worry, I'm helping Rob. I'm coming to help Robin. Let's go. Right, bang. Fuck off with your laser beams. Here with the Diablo Jumbo. Get him out of here. Yeah. Right, back down. Run, Sanji, run. Yeah, I know in the when we did in the last episode I fought Aokiji, but yeah, I'm fighting Kizaru. Fuck that. No, that's not happening. Get out of here. Get this leader out and then let's get Outlaw Wood. Sit there. Oh shit, Kizaru's down there. Run! Oh no, that's not Kizaru, that's Pacifista, my bad. I'll learn to read. Have to learn to read. Run, Sanji, run. You get an S rank in this, and then all the women will love you. Especially Nami and Robin. That's how you motivate Sanji. Because Sanji's all about the ladies. And, like, most of the time, because I was telling a friend about this, and I like, the thing is, the whole stuff with the whole, like, the character is, like, the whole thing with the ladies, I don't mind, honestly, I don't mind it, as long as, like, it can be played for laughs sometimes, and I don't mind that, but, it's the whole thing of, like, if it's their only character trait, then it just doesn't sit well with me. It's, like, one of the reasons I can't, like, I can't read and I can't watch High School DxD. Like, the whole nudity stuff and all that, that doesn't bother me. I'm a guy, it's not going to bother me. Like, the female nudity and stuff like that, it's not going to bother me. I'm a guy, it doesn't bother me. But the reason I can't watch it is Issei. And I think Issei's is the reason a lot of people can't watch it. is because Issei's a pervert, and yes, while I just admitted that I don't mind the nude female sex parts of Eiichiro DxD. Hey, I'm a guy, I'm a pervert sometimes as well. But that's basically all of Issei's character traits. Issei is like, towards the from what I've like seen and of what of it, Issei does have like that typical shonen stuff. I'll fight for my friends, but he does have the the whole like, he's a pervert that kind of goes a bit overboard with it, if you know what I mean. And if you've just got basic shonen stuff and that's not a winning combination. For me anyway, there ain't no winning combination for me, so unfortunately that's why I can't watch DxD. And it's the same reason I don't like oh, what's his name? Oh, from My Hero Academia. Mineta, that's the one. That's the reason I can't stand Mineta. Because that's his entire... Like, Mineta's a side character, so I can see why he might just have a slight one-note personality. That's all Mineta does, and that's it. Yes, he beat... Midnight and stuff, but it's the reason I can't stand him. There's a reason a lot of people can't stand him. And then I'll probably people do you like Kaminari's the same as Mineta, that people like him? That's because Kaminari has something outside of being a pervert. Kaminari actually has a proper character, and people like him, whereas Mineta's literally a pervert and that's it. I don't like him. If you like Mineta, then I'm glad you can see good in a character that I can't, because meh. I'm not saying he's like the worst character in fiction, because oh no, there are far worse characters and crimes of characters in the whole of things, not just in manga and anime, in the worse than Mineta. I'm not even gonna say that Mineta's the worst character ever. I won't say that, because as I say, there are far worse characters out there, and far more bland characters. That's the one thing I won't take away from Issei and Mineta. The one thing I will never call them is bland, because they can occasionally get laughs out of me, but it's just I'm not the biggest fan of their main personality, shall we say. This got a bit of a mad tangent. But the reason I was going on the reason for that tangent is because Sanji, yes, he is that. I wouldn't say Sanji's a massive pervert. He loves the ladies. That's just the best way to describe his. I think his main characteristic is Sanji just loves the ladies. But Sanji also, I think the Totland also shows, like, for me, Totland might be Sanji's best arc, because it shows another side of his character, that he's willing to, like, that he's still, even though his family, aside from Reiju, was like massive, like, dicks to him. Like, they were like arseholes to him his entire life. Like, his brothers were nasty to him, his father didn't really give a shit about him. Just let his brothers Ichiji, Niji, and Yonji just do whatever they wanted to Sanji. They just literally beat the shit out of Sanji his entire life until Reiju helped Sanji, like, escape, and that's that. But you get to see a dimension of Sanji's character where he's, as I say, even though his family, he didn't have the greatest experience with his family, he still doesn't want them to die. And that he asks Luffy to make sure that they kind of don't die. I mean, he fights with Luffy the same way Usopp did, but I think there's more emotion with that one. For me, that's more emotional, because towards the end of the fight, Luffy just stops fighting Sanji and says, "I'm not going to fight you anymore. Like, you're a member of my crew, captain, shouldn't, like, hit their crew and stuff like that. He shouldn't cause his crew pain, stuff like that. I think that's how, I can't remember. But it's kind of along those lines. And Sanji says, if you're not gonna hit me, I'm still gonna hit you though, Luffy. That's it's also a bit of an annoying bit because Sanji's like the whole, oh, I'm a noble, you guys are beneath me, that kind of stuff. I know he's putting it on, but Sanji's a very shit actor. But still. And then you get the whole thing with him and Pudding, which was great because they had the whole plan to kill Sanji and then like kill like the entire Vincent family. Which, like, aside from Raider and Sanji, I don't mind it. Take him out. Fuck him. Yeah. Fuck him. So yeah. But then after all that happens, Luffy confronts Sanji again. And Sanji like breaks down and says he does want to be a member of the crew, but he can't come back because he hit his captain. And then Luffy says, that's alright, kind of thing. Sanji like recognizes it immediately that he's done something wrong and he shouldn't be forgiven for it. Like as easy as Luffy does, but Luffy's like, oh, I get you just want to save your family, kind of thing. So yeah. And obviously, I mean, the interactions he has with, Nami and Robin, they are funny. I'll give him that. They are quite funny, over the top. But that's the whole thing with Sanji when he sees women. He's just over the top with it. He loves women. That's what it is. That's what Sanji is. He loves the women. But I love when they get back from Sabaody because Kuma sent Sanji to the Okama lands, who are people that can like change their appearance between male and female thanks to Ivankov's fruit, I think. Sanji has an experience there, shall we say? But Kuma sends Luffy to Amazon Lily, which is an island full of women. And then not only that, it's the homeland of one of the 7 warlords of the sea, and in One Piece's canon, I think she's supposed to be like the most beautiful woman, Boa Hancock. And once they return from the time skip, and Sanji finds out about Luffy's experience on there, oh, not bad. I'll talk about that in a minute, but you're too soft. Stop! It's impossible. Now you die. Huh? It's Rayleigh. You stay out of this, Dark King Rayleigh. Kizaru sounds high all the time, it's hilarious. You can't prevent this. Their era. It's only just beginning. Let me take a quick drink. Pops, thanks. I won't let you past. Hama no Murokumu sword. You, this is troublesome. I really didn't plan on working that hard today. Life is confusion, Kizaru. Kizaru could have just shot a light beam at him. Everyone, just think about escaping. Right now, we can't win. See, that's another thing about Luffy. He's not an idiot where he thinks, oh, let's just fight Kizaru, we can win. Like, he's like, no, we can't. Let's get out of here. Just when it looked like Luffy and the crew were able to escape safely thanks to Rayleigh's intervention, they're stopped by the appearance of Bartholomew Kuma. If you're going on a journey, where would you want to go? The crew are blown away by Kuma as he uses the power of the pawpaw fruit to attack. Luffy, help! Stop! The crew disappeared. Luffy cries echo in vain. Ugh, what? My friends. I couldn't save them. We won't meet again. Goodbye. Just like his friends, the defeated Luffy is blown away by Kuma. On the day at Grove 12 in the Sabo Odi Archipelago in the Grand Line, the leader of the Straw Hat Pirates, Captain Monkey D. Luffy, was completely and utterly defeated. But Kuma's a good guy, kind of, because he sends people where they're likely to learn to get stronger for the new world. I knew I wasn't going to get this one from this. Because he sends Nami to Witheria, which is a sky island which studies the weather. He sends Zoro to Mihawk. Mihawk's the strongest swordsman in the world. Usopp gets sent to an island where he gets to create a whole new bunch of like slingshots. Chopper gets sent to the Torano Kingdom. Don't know why he got sent there. Robin gets sent with the Revolutionary Army. Frankie goes to where Vegapunk's old lab is. Like, Kuma knows where he's sending people, so there's that. Whew. Sabo the Archipelago costumes. And now, well, we're going to be doing in the next episode, but it's the whole stuff with Marineford. We completely skipped the whole Impale Down stuff. We're going straight to Marineford. If I remember, I think this is right. Yeah, straight to Marineford. The curtain rises on the final battle, the paramount war at Marineford. Ace's execution approaches. Luffy and his allies face a terrible enemy and make their way into Marineford to rescue Ace. We're going to be doing that, as I say, in the next episode. So for a quick recap, we did we started the Summit War arc, and we did Rookies Assemble, Supernova Pirates, and break through the siege, Sabo the Archipelago in uproar. So in the next episode, what we're going to be doing is doing, as I say, the current rise in the final battle, the paramount war at Marineford. So if you guys enjoyed today's episode, make sure to hit that like button. If you're enjoying our One Piece Pirate Warriors 4 Let's Play as much as I am, make sure to subscribe as well. Also, please be sure to check out my Fairy Tail Let's Play and my Trails of Cold Steel 2 Let's Play, where I'm having just as much fun recording those games as I am this game for you guys. Also, if you guys are a fan of JRPGs, RPGs, or just anime games in general, make sure to subscribe as well, because hey, that's what I do here. As in every episode, I now have one project in the work lined up, of which I'll begin recording once I have finished Trails of Cold Steel 2, but I'm sure you're going to guess what that's going to be. But with all that PSA out of the way, this is xdeadlysmoorex, and I shall see you guys next time.